Hey there, this is Vicki with My Paper Connection. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, and I am so happy that you're joining me tonight. Tonight, I am going to be making paper pumpkin alternatives. So the month of January, the paper pumpkin alternatives were the sending hearts, and it's all about red, Valentine's, you know all of that. Um, so I made the two cards just exactly the way Stampin' Up! Created them. In your paper pumpkin kit, you receive little flyer here, and it shows you the two different designs, but they also give you examples across the back that you can do as well. I did not do the designs that they gave me. I came up with my own, but I did go ahead and do the two that they suggested. I'll show you a couple of them that I did on my own, but I'm going to make some other projects tonight. This is one of them that I did. I used the paper from the cards. As you can see, they give you these particular card backings, card fronts, I guess, or card bases. And this is one that's in petal pink. So I punched out hearts using the red paper, and I created this one. Love this. A part of the kit is also this really pretty love script that's here, along with there's I think 4 of these little squares, 4 of these little love things. You have 4 of these smaller here, and then 4 of the larger here. It also came with a full thing of narrow black ribbon. And then it also came with these really pretty embellishments. So I'm going to be making some alternatives for you tonight. This was the other one. I don't know if I showed that to you or not. And then I am also going to make a box, a cute little box. Okay, before I do that, just a couple things. I told you guys last week about my, hold on one second, let's see if I can see the comments. I'm doing something different tonight, and you'll see in just a second. But I don't see my comments. So Roger Parsons, if you're watching me, come help me. Okay, anyway, just going to show you really quickly. This is my online card class to go for February. Actually, it closes on February 10th. So this is the first one I'm going to show you. It's actually a fun fold. There are 6 cards to this online card class. Here's one with dragonflies. Here is another one. Here is another one. 2 more. Another one. And another one. And what I'm doing for $25, you can make 6 cards, but you're going to receive these really pretty card kits. There are 20 of these, along with these really pretty envelopes that match. You can see it's got like the design on the front, but then on the flap, it also has the color and the design right here. Pretty cool. And so you will be able to make 6 cards from the designs that I made. And I will include things like the extra card stock, the ribbons, the trinkets, and stuff like that. Also in that card kit is going to be a package of the Dandy Garden Memories and More. And you'll get a whole package of this as well. And you will use these for the front of these cards like this. Okay. All right. So I'm going to flip this down and we're going to go ahead and get started. Don't forget, if you do not have a demonstrator and you would like a catalog, please let me know and I will be happy to get one out to you. Okay. All right. So let's get started. All right. So did you see how I did that? This is all new to me. And I am going to try to work this out so that I can show you, with my new lives, that it can go from my face to my hands and all that pretty seamlessly. All right, so here we go. My first one, I'm actually going to do a little bit different in different colors. Now, I showed you some of the things that came with the paper pumpkin, but what I didn't tell you is you get a small Poppy Parade ink spot along with that, and the color for it is Poppy Parade. I am going with a little bit different color this time. I am using Petal Pink, and I'm going to use Misty Moonlight for this. Okay, let me get my glasses on so I can actually see what I'm doing. Okay, alrighty, so I am going to layer. I thought that this petal pink would look really good with Misty Moonlight, okay? And I've already cut out, I stamped a part of it with the stamp set. You get a stamp that says love, and I stamped it in petal pink, and I have already cut that out. So let me get my little paper piercing pad, and I'm going to stamp up my heart in Misty Moonlight, okay? And I'm going to stamp it onto a stitched square that I cut out already. Alrighty. How's everybody doing out there tonight? It has been nice and chilly here today. Okay. So then I'm going to go ahead and start putting this together. It's going to be super, super easy to do. This is one of the card bases that you get, and I cut it down to 3 3/4 by 5. So I'm just going to go ahead and attach this to my Misty Moonlight. I think this petal pink and blue together looks so good. I'm really liking it. And then I'm just going to go ahead and glue this on to a card base that is petal pink. It's 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. Okay, so then I'm just going to pop this up on dimensionals on the back of it. Okay, use my take your pick tool to get these backings off. I love that I figured out how to do this. It makes it so much faster, and it keeps all of these little things from flying all over the place as well. Okay, this is going to be a super, super easy card. Just going to do that. A part of this kit, and I didn't have it out yet. Let me get it. It comes with a lot of the different cutouts, but you also receive I think it was 8 of these little cute little things. And I'm going to stamp Sending Hugs Your Way using my Misty Moonlight. Get some of this stuff out of the way. Goodness, I keep crowding myself. Okay. Do you guys get nervous when you do new things? I'll tell you what, I do. I get so nervous. But that's how we grow, right? Doing new things. All right. Okay, now I have to figure out what I did with my little love that I stamped and cut out. Here it is right here. I'm going to place dimensionals on the back of these. I'm just going to put one on that little thing that says love. And Sending Love Your Way. I'm going to stamp it right in here, or put it right here. There we go. And then I'm just going to put love right there in the middle of it. I probably, I think whenever I designed it in my head, I did not put this on here. And I think I can probably take it off. Yeah. And you know what I'll do is I'll take my little dimensionals off the back of it. I did that pretty well without messing it up. And I'll end up putting it on the inside. I'll put a piece of Whisper White, and then I'll just attach that onto the inside right there. Okay, now one thing I am going to do is to add some of these hearts, because I do want a little bit of bling on it, right? Needs to have a little bit of bling. And I like to do them in 3s. So I'm going to add one up here as well. Maybe I'll do one of the smaller ones up there. They're like puffy embellishments, and they're really cute. So I'm just going to add one up here, just like that. Isn't that cute? It's a little different. It's definitely it's definitely different than the kit scent. Even though that they included the petal pink, they did not include the Misty Moonlight color. They used Poppy Parade as their accent color. But I love this. I just thought this Misty Moonlight would go so well with the petal pink, and I'm really happy with that. Yeah, I probably could add some bow or something, but I don't know. I think it's perfect the way it is. Okay, let's do the next one. Okay, for the next one, I am going to use Poppy Parade. Going to do a little bit of stamping on it. And I'm going to add, I'm doing this on a Poppy Parade base. Get that out of the way. And this is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And this is a piece of Whisper White that I am going to bring in my board again. I'm going to use my Poppy Parade ink. And I'm going to just, I'm going to figure out where this is right in here, okay? I want it to be right in the center. And I'm going to use a pencil and just kind of go like, I don't want to go all the way down. I just want to go right up under it because I want the hearts to look like they're coming out of it. So I'm going to stamp hearts just on the outside of these. And I'm just going to kind of alternate them like this. I don't know about where you're from, but it has been kind of chilly here in Georgia. The wind has been blowing like crazy, and it has felt like winter. And you know what? I'm not hating it. I actually kind of like it. I know a lot of people, they don't like it. They feel like it's Georgia, it shouldn't be cold, but I really kind of like having the changes of seasons because, you know, here's my thing. When it's hot, it stays hot a long time. Alrighty. All right, so done that. And then I'm just going to bring it, you know what, I should let that open. I am going to get that messy stamp out of the way because I got ink all over that. All right, I am going to stamp right here in the middle of it. Hey, Carol, a foot of snow in Connecticut. Oh, fun. That makes for a great crafting day. All right, I'm just stamping that right there in the center. I have never been to Connecticut. I've been to a lot of places in the Northeast areas, but Connecticut is not one of them. I have been to New Hampshire and Boston, and it's probably easier for me to say where I haven't been, which would be Vermont, Rhode Island, Connecticut. I think that might be it. Oh, isn't that pretty how those just kind of stick out there? Love it. Okay. And you know what? I was thinking I would use this. You know I don't do these ahead of time. Let's see. Because there's black in here, I kind of feel like I need to add some black somewhere. Maybe I'll just do a little bow or, oh, I know what I'll do. I'll wrap it around here like this. Okay, let me get my glue dot. I love this ribbon. At first, I thought it was like super wide. And as it turns out, it's not. It's very thin ribbon, and it's really pretty. Let me get that out of the way. Okay, you've only been to Georgia at the airport. You know, I have to tell you, it is a huge airport, but it's a really well done airport. According to Guinness Book of Records, it is the busiest airport in the world. But I have never had a problem getting around or getting to my flights on time or anything like that. I love the people mover. It just makes things so easy. And I feel like it's pretty well marked and laid out. I'm just really happy with the Atlanta airport. It's too busy. It is too busy, but it's really easy to travel in. I have been to quite a few airports in lots of different places in the U.S. and around the world. And I really think that the Atlanta airport is more functional than a lot of them. They'd have to be for them to have as many people that go through there, though. Okay, look how easy that bow came together too. This ribbon is so nice and silky, but yet it really holds really well. Okay, so let's put it all together. I'm going to glue this on first. Hey girl, hey Jan, hey boo. Hope you guys are doing well. I was sick. I'm just going to back up a little bit and just tell you I was sick back last year, right about this time, for almost a month. I'm pretty sure I had COVID. And it took me forever to get well. But the one thing that lasted afterwards that I'm not real fond of is a reactive airway issue. And I get short of breath, I get wheezy, I get coughing fits. Well, you would know 5 minutes before I'm starting to do this, I started coughing. And I had to use my puffer, and it's got, I don't know what exactly it is in it, but it makes me like this. So if you see me shaking, it might be a little nerves, but it's mostly going to be that it is my puffer that I used. Okay, because there's also some of this in here, I'm going to just add some hearts in there as well. Let's see, I'll add a little. Plus, I have these and I need to use them. And they're so cute. So cute. Okay, we'll add one down here. Okay, isn't that cute? I love this right here. I love it. Okay, next one. I'm trying to move along quickly because I have quite a few. Carol, you're pretty sure your husband had COVID last February? Yeah, you know, they weren't testing it here. They weren't really testing us yet. And so I was having a live class and at Atlanta Bread Company, and I felt myself getting sick. And I was sick all night long, and I woke up the next morning with a sore throat. And then came just a sinus infection is what they thought it was. But I had so much pressure in my head, and I coughed like crazy. It was just ridiculous. I didn't have any trouble breathing other than the reactive airway kind of thing. But, and I just thought that was asthma because I've had asthma since I was a kid, but it really didn't act up until then. And so, anyway, they were not testing at the time for COVID. So they gave me a round of antibiotics, and then they gave me a week or so later, 2 weeks later, I guess, they gave me a steroid. I dropped my bow. There we go. And so none of that worked. And I lost my sense of taste and smell and all of that stuff. It took me a while to get my strength back, but I finally did. And I felt fine other than, just, let's see, I had a little note to myself to cut something off, and I don't know what I did with it. Okay. I'm going to cut off 2.5 inches. Okay. But yeah, I've been fine other than that, other than the reactive airway issue. I think 2.5, I think is what I'm going to need to do. I'm making this into a fun fold as well. Probably should not have cut that much off, but it's fine. Okay. And I need to use my block. I really love this paper here. It is so cute. And I'm just going to go ahead and put this on. I had something else that was supposed to go on there. Here it is. Okay. Super cute. Now you wish you'd gotten it? Yeah, Jan, I know it is. It is super cute. And I don't want 8 or 10 or whatever of them all the same. So I do like to mix them up and do something different. So Jan, thank you for the challenge you gave me last year because I've really been enjoying this. Okay, so in this set, you also get a snail. And if you want to, there's an add-on kit that you can get that you can make all these really cute projects. They're boxes, basically, treat boxes. And so I stamped this cute little snail out. It coordinates with the Snailed It stamp set, and except that the stamp set, the full stamp set, the snails that are in there are much larger. And I got to tell you, I really did not think that I would ever do a stamp set or buy a stamp set with snails. I mean, really? But it is the cutest stamp set. And probably next week, I think, you'll be seeing, you know how I'm a part of the design team. I had to get the stamp set because we had to use that. And so you'll see my project next week from that. Okay, so I used Smoky Slate for the body, and I played around a little bit, and it was pretty fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my heart. This is the Poppy Parades, I think. Yeah, this is the dark Poppy Parade. And since there's a heart right here, I'm just going to kind of mimic that and just draw another little heart right in there. And who doesn't know how to do a heart, right? You don't really have to know how to draw too much to be able to do that. Okay. Okay, so that's the dark. Then I'm going to take the lighter Poppy Parade and just kind of go over it a little bit right in here. I'm not even going to blend it that much because I want it to be lighter. This is going to be like an ombre look. And so I don't mind the edges of the darker heart being blended, but I don't want to carry it all the way out. So I just kind of want to make another heart there. Okay, so now I'm going with Rococo Rose? No, Flirty Flamingo. And this is the dark one, the darker one. And I'm just going to do the same thing, kind of go in those edges, but then I'm going to go out around it. And I'm creating this ombre effect. I had never done this, and I really like it. At least not with blenders. I had not done it. So now I'm using the light Flirty Flamingo. I played with this, and I really liked how it turned out. And now this is the dark Petal Pink. Yeah, and I've already got ink all over me. Don't you love it? Okay. Isn't that adorable? I mean, I feel like it gives this effect of boom, 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 like my heart's beating for you. Love it. Okay, I'm going to place this right about where I think it should go, which I think is right about right there. Then I always like to take my fingers and just kind of pinch it where they should. You don't want, basically what I'm trying to say is you don't want your dimensionals to go on this side of where your finger's at. And that's how I go about figuring out my placement. All right, so that'll give me a straight line effect basically. Because that's the most important thing is right here, not having them show, right? Okay. All right, this came off pretty well. All right, so then again, you're just going to kind of make sure of where they are and then just place it down. Whoops. I should have had my fingers over. Okay, so hold on. I really don't want it to be any further over, so I didn't do that very well with my fingers, did I? Okay, I did not guide that too well. Here we go, much better. And that kind of leaves the same amount of space all the way around. Okay, then I'm just going to put a couple of dimensionals. Ooh, that's even pretty on the back, right? Cute. All right. That shows there on his head. It's not quite, I should have gotten a mini, and I don't have any on me right here. So it will be fine. Just going to kind of put them right there. And then I'll add some of these cute little dots. I did have a bow. Yes, I had a bow. And I'm going to add my bow on the mailbox post. These are included in the kit. And they turned out so cute with them. Really, really like them. Okay, so I'm just going to trim this up a little bit. Okay. So I feel like this needs to have some of the nice little pink ones up here. And I am going to put a flower because if you'll notice there's flowers up in here too. So I'm going to put one of the petal pink flowers right there. And maybe I'll put one of the bigger hearts right there. So cute, huh? So this made a fun fold. Love it. I haven't put anything on the inside. Okay, we're rolling right along. I think this is my last project. Yep, it is. And let me show you my example. I made a box. I love doing 3D things. They're so fun. And so these are going to be for my grandkids that live here in the U.S., in Warner Robins, Georgia, actually. These, as I showed you before, you get these as a part of your kit. This is actually one of these, and I just cut it down to 3 by 2 1/4. And then, as you can see, I have the card base. I cut one of the card bases, and this is 2 3/4 by 3 1/4. Is that right? That doesn't seem right. I don't think that's right. Hang on a second. I know it's not right. This is 2 3/4 by 3. So what's not right is the mailbox. The mailbox is actually 2 1/4 by 3. I'll have all this on my blog if you want to figure it out, and I'll have all of the cuts and the scoring and all that kind of stuff for the box as well. Okay, so I'm taking a piece of 5 by 8 1/2, and I have already scored it just to save time. It on the short side, which is here, I scored it at 1 and 4 1/2. On the long side, which is on the 8 1/2 inch side, it's scored at 1/2 inch, 1 1/2, 4 1/2, and 5 1/2. So, and of course oh no, I found it. Okay, I've been using my block this whole time to varnish things, because you know, if I can't get my hands on my bone folder, I'll use the nearest thing to me. All right. Okay. So this is some really thick paper. I love Stampin' Up's cardstock. All right, so now I'm going to take my scissors, and this block right here, this rectangle right here, you're just going to completely cut away, okay? So trim that away like that. Do you guys send a lot of Valentine's cards? I talked about that last week somewhat, and I'm not going to get into that, but I am going to send to a couple of my very dear friends and to my grandkids. Matter of fact, I need to get my granddaughter in England. I need to get her card out to her tomorrow, because it takes a while to get over there. I mean, the way things are going with the whole Brexit thing, she may not get it until St. Patrick's Day. It's been really rough there. Okay, let's see. Yeah. So I trim right along the score lines, but you know, there's a ridge where that score line is at. And if I don't get that ridge like right square in the center, I'll trim that off, because it's bulk, and I really don't want that bulk to be there, either on the tab or on right here. You used to send a lot, but you're not sure about this year? Yeah, I don't send a ton, but I do like to send Valentine's cards. I usually send them to my niece, my 2 nieces and my nephew as well. But my nephew is 17, graduating this year, going to college next year. He probably does not care the least in the world about getting a Valentine's card from his Aunt Vicki. Not unless there's money in it anyway for hockey or something. Okay, All right, so I'm going to use my Seal Plus. Y'all, this stuff is so good. Now, when you're putting this together, you have to be mindful because you don't, now I did that with this one, and my granddaughter will not care in the least, but you don't really want your, because this is the front, since this will get tucked down in there, you don't really want your seams to be right here. So you want your glue to go on the inside of the short piece that doesn't have the tab, not the inside, the outside. So, and I don't have my, hopefully I won't get it on my counter. Okay. This stuff is so good though. I mean, to me, it is just about as good as tear tape. It really, really sticks. Okay. So then I want to put it on the outside of this as well. Come on. There we go. It really, really, really sticks. And you have to be careful when you're doing it, because if you do it too hard, you will actually pull paper up. You'll pull a layer of the cardstock up. But there definitely is a learning curve to it. I can't say that I've mastered it yet, but I'm so much better than I was. So what I'm going to do is, let's see, I don't want it, okay, yeah. So I'm going to, let me think how I did this. Yep, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down like this, and I'm basically just standing it, okay, like that, okay. You can actually put your flap, your small flap on the outside of it too if you want. Oh, I did the very thing I told you not to do. Good grief, Vicki. So put it on the outside of your back flap. There we go. All right, and now I'm just going to go in here and kind of rub that along there. Do as I say, not as I do, right? Okay. The other thing is, on this one, I used my detail trio punch to round off the corners. I don't have that with me right here. It's on the other side of the room. I'm not going to step away to do it. Plus, if I do it, it's also going to shake my table. And so I will do that later. But you can see what a nice edge that doing the corners like that does. It really, really makes a nice edge. Okay. This is also this card backing. And I love the pattern of it. It's so pretty. Okay. Then I'm just going to put this on. This is that bigger card that you get as part of the project. Put it right about there. And as I mentioned before, you get the scallop stuff. I'm actually going to put this up with a dimensional on the back, several dimensionals actually on the back, to go all the way across. Okay. Okay. Get those out of the way. Just going to put this right across here at the bottom. And I cut that red paper to be just about the same size as this scalloped thing. It's a little bit bigger, but it's okay. Okay, and I used this, it's petal pink on one side and then it's white on the other. I did not want the petal pink on it, and so I did it on the white side instead. This is for my grandson, and he would like red more than he would like pink. So I thought I would just put this right here in the center of it, sending love your way. And instead of doing the pink hearts, I did this already. I love that ombre. And then I also put Wink of Stella on it, which just made it so, so, so cute. It's shiny. It's a shiny little snail. Okay. I'm going to put it right about in, let's see, maybe I'll put it right there. Isn't that cute? It will go in a lot easier once I do the punch. But isn't that just adorable? And I will fill that up with candies for my 2 local grandkids. They are, my grandson will be 16 in April. My granddaughter is 13. And they still love candy, of course. Okay, so let me show you my projects. As I showed you before, these are the way Stampin' Up! Designed them. And then I did these ahead of time. It's just very similar, but I just added, I stamped up here, which is in that stamp set. I did not stamp the heart in there. I put the love, which is this part of the project, part of the kit, and then I just put a piece of the Poppy Parade behind it. All right, so this was mine and this was mine. I used the Dainty Diamonds here, and then this was a part of it, but I used the punch to punch out the card base. And then I used, and these punches are part of the Heartfelt bundle. Then I used the True Love Designer Series paper and punched out a heart out of that. That's the paper I used last week. And then, of course, I just had to top it off with those cute little black bows. And then these are the ones I did tonight. This was the first one. This was the second one. I love that black ribbon. And I love this blue with the petal pink. And this is a fun fold I did here. Super, super easy fun fold to do. And then these 2. Okay, hold on one second. All right, so that's it for tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you were not a part of the, at the beginning, hold on a second. I'll just show you really quickly. Don't forget my card class to go. It ends on February 2nd, and you can go to mypaperconnection.com. There is a blog about it. Or you can go to my Facebook page and you'll see more about it. So it's 6 cards, and you will also receive, as part of that, you'll get everything you need to make those 6 cards, but you'll also receive a full package of the Dandy Garden Memories and More envelopes and cards, which there's 20 of them. And they are amazing. Look at that. They're so pretty. A little bit bigger than A2. And then you also get a package of the Memories and More card pack, which you can use. It has stickers, it has the large sheets, it has the small sheets. Some of these are fantastic. You could do recipe cards, or you could put them on in your memory books, or on your calendars, or anything. They're really cool. Okay, that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys have a great night. Check back with me next week. I'm pretty sure I'll be doing the Snailed It designer thing from the ones that I did, and as well as the a couple of other designs from the Simple Suite. Simple Stamping Suite. I think that's it. Also, I wanted to tell you, on Friday, I'm going to try something new. I am going to be doing a YouTube live at noon Eastern Standard Time. And so grab your lunch and come join me. I'm going to do 1 card. It's called Feature Friday. This week I am featuring the Heartfelt bundle, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to do a slimline card on Friday. Haven't done it, haven't created it yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to. So come join me on my YouTube channel on Friday, and I think that's it. Please feel free to leave messages or questions or whatever. And so until Friday, bye.